Today's video is on writing numbers in standard form. So it's when we write a really big number or a very small number in a simpler way. Okay, so to do this, you need to know your powers of 10. So the powers of 10 are when you've got something like 10 to the power of 3, which we know is 10 multiplied by itself 3 times, which is 1,000. Okay, another one, if we did 10 squared, that would be 10 times 10, which is 100. Okay, 10 to the power of 1 is just 10. If we have 10 to the power of 0, everything to the power of 0 is 1, because what we're doing is we're dividing by 10 each time. Okay, and let's do one with a negative power. So 10 to the power of negative 1. I've got to divide by 10 again. Well, actually, that would give me 0.1. Okay, so when we're doing these, we need to think about the powers of 10. So when you write a number in standard form, what you need to do is you look at the number that you've got. Okay, so we've got 4 million there. Okay, so we're going to write it in a simpler way. And what we do is we look for the smallest number it could possibly be. Okay, and this first number, so here, it's always between 1 and 9.9, so 10. It can't be 10. Okay, so what we do is we pick the number that is in between 1 and 10. So we're going to choose 4, and it's always the lowest number that we would get, okay, if we were timesing it by a power of 10. Okay, so because this is a million, this is the same as saying 4 times 1 million. Okay, so if I needed to write that as a power of 10, it'd be 10 to the power of 6. Okay, so we would write this number as 4 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, so 4 times a million is equal to 4 million. Okay, so if we look at the next one, we've got 53,000. Okay, I need to get the biggest power of 10 I possibly can. Okay, so to do that, I need to remember that this first number needs to be between 1 and 10. So I'm going to go with 5.3 times 10, and to make this 5.3 53,000, I need to times it by 10,000. Okay, so I can have a decimal, that's allowed, okay, in this bit, as long as it's between 1 and 10. So my answer here is going to be 5.3 times 10 to the power of 4. Okay, right, let's have a think about what's happening on this one. So obviously now we're looking at smaller numbers. The same rule applies, okay, so I'm going to start with 7, okay, because that's my digit here. And what would I need to multiply that by to make it 0.00007? Well, I would need to times it by 0.00001. Okay, now 0.1 is 10 to the power of negative 1. 10 to the power of negative 2 is 0.01. So this is the same as saying times 10 to the power of negative 5. Okay, so when it's a really small number, the power becomes a negative. So we'll look at the last one then. So the number has to be between 1 and 10, so I'm going to choose 8.26 times 10. Now this time, how many times bigger do I need to make it? So it's 0.00, so how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So this one is going to be 10 to the power of negative 7. You have a go at some questions now.